What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live here, and what I want to talk to you guys about today are the speculations. What we think, what kind of changes might they make to these characters. Now, at the bottom of the list, Krang is on the list for longer term changes, but he will not be getting any changes this season. This is from Marshall Kylan, the dev on Discord. So I'm not going to talk about Krang in this video, but we are going to talk about every single one of these other characters. Lotus, Rahzar, Shredder, Dregg, Antrax, Karai, Tempestra, Tragg, April, Ray, Leatherhead, Napoleon, Raphael, and Donatello. Now, he doesn't say whether these changes are buffs or nerfs. We're hoping for a lot more buffs than nerfs. A couple of these characters probably will get some nerfs, but most of them are likely going to get some buffs to really give the players the opportunity to use more of these characters instead of the common 6, 8, 10 characters that you're seeing all the time, especially in like PvP. So we're going to go ahead and get to the first character on the list, and we're going to talk about Lotus. So when we go into Lotus and we kind of look at her kit, right, we see target all enemies at range 1, inflict negative alertness and slow, select an enemy at range 4, move next to them, deal some damage. Well, it'd be nice to, instead of at range 4, maybe up to range 4, so she has a little more versatility as to who she can select from, as opposed to only selecting someone far away. That would be nice. Maybe get a little more defense out of this would be great. It would also maybe be nice to see an increase in her negative alertness. Those are some of the things that I think they would do to Lotus, mostly on her smoke escape. But she also has some damage here. Maybe give her some more damage output on her disarming blows. Maybe once again a little bit more defense, as defense is really big. So we want to see more mechanics that either give characters more defense or take more defense away. So maybe they'll add like a negative defense to some of her kit right there. Okay, so that's all I have on notes for Lotus. The next character, which everybody knows a big rework is coming for, is Rahzar. So we know Rahzar is going to get a huge rework. They've been talking about that for a long time. Being that I don't know if this list is, because it's not alphabetical, is by priority. Like Lotus is getting the changes first, then Rahzar. But we're probably going to see a whole new kit from him in general. His Ferocious Leap isn't really that bad. Maybe he gets some more damage. Or maybe he can select an enemy at a further range. His Rend ability should be stronger. Maybe it would deal negative defense, right? Something like that. Maybe he would get more defense bonus on his Circle of Prey. Not sure if they're going to do anything with Pack Hunter. Maybe they'll completely rework this skill as well. And with Howl, maybe he gets the bonus if he's under 50% health instead of 40% health at his 250. Maybe some extra defense once again in there that he's giving out to all his allies within range 2. Maybe it goes to range 3. We definitely want to see Rahzar get much better. Because, you know, his partner in crime, Toka, has had a lot of love. There's just no love for Rahzar. And the character most people in the community say, make him better, make him stronger, the third on this list is Shredder. Shredder is the big bad of the Ninja Turtles. He is the main bad guy. He's like Darth Vader in Star Wars, right? Like, he should be a force to reckon with. So we definitely just want to see him get stronger, increase in damage in general. Maybe his Shred ability also shreds defense, since that's really big right now. Maybe we can add some negative defense on there. That would be great. Maybe in his bladed armor, he can increase the amount of damage he does, or maybe he also lowers armor or barrier or something like that when they with the bladed armor. Maybe also increasing the negative armor and barrier from his Foot Clan Usurper skill. Something like that would help make him better, probably. So not quite sure what they're going to do with him, but we definitely want to see Shredder get better. Remember, guys, this is all speculation. We don't know what they're going to do. They haven't said. They just said these characters are getting changes. So the next character on the list is Dregg. I don't have Dregg unlocked, but I did read through his kit. And maybe stuff like select an enemy at range 3, maybe an enemy up to range 3, or maybe even range 4, giving a little extra ability on his special. Something like that would be nice. Hit with his enhancement ray, maybe not just giving armor, barrier, strength, focus, maybe giving out defense, since that's really kind of the big thing that we got going on here. I'm not sure what they would do to Master Manipulator. That might stay the same. Galactic Conqueror, not sure there either. Once again, just some speculation. With his Pulse Wave, maybe adding negative defense here. With his, when he deals the 20 energy damage, maybe also. He's giving his friends defense, maybe he'll take some defense away, or maybe he'll give more defense. Not really sure what they're going to do there, but that's some of the things that we could see happening to Dregg. And the next one on the list is Antrax. Now, as you guys know, if you watched all my videos, Antrax is one of the most annoying characters to fight against, in my opinion. And it's kind of like, because he's like an assassin in the sense that the lower health your character gets, the more damage he ends up doing. I don't know if they're going to do anything to his execute, maybe add some negative defense once again, or maybe make it stronger, but it's a pretty good skill from what I understand already. His axe assault is his little AoE. He inflicts damage over time to everybody around. That's probably not going to change much. Maybe they'll do some negative defense with that as well. Not quite sure. His Bloodthirst might actually get nerfed. I'm not sure if they're going to nerf him or not. That's just speculation there. He gains defense if the target is taking damage over time, and after an enemy at range 1 is KO'd, he gains defense. So basically, if he's the one who kills them, or if he's standing next to someone who gets KO'd, maybe they'll make it to where if any enemy is KO'd. I don't know, right? But the thing here is that you get 60 seconds at his 200. 60 seconds is a long time to gain haste or whatever it is. So maybe they'll reduce the amount of time. But maybe that's a kind of nerf they might give to Antrax. Now, Antrax isn't a top 10 character right now, so I'm not sure why they would nerf him. But that's just something I was thinking that they could do there. Death Knell is fine, right, with his damage over time effects. Kneel before Krang, maybe they'll add some negative defense here, not just dealing physical damage, but reducing the defense of the target would be something that would make him more viable in what we have been seeing as meta, right? The next character on the list is Karai. Once again, is a character I don't have unlocked. I'm very grateful for that. I've heard a lot of complaints of people who unlock Karai. My brother just got him. This is his most recent 4-star unlock. Feel sorry for you, bro. But she could become very good with the reworks that they do. They could add. She already inflicts negative defense here with her cut through. Maybe they'll increase the amount of defense that she takes away, or maybe she'll gain more defense with that. Not quite sure. But Slice and Dice, here we could possibly see negative defense added. So rather than just doing the physical damage over 4 hits, she adds a negative defense, or maybe adds some damage over time, like a bleed kind of effect. Would be kind of cool to see her be able to get some more damage output in there. Even though she does a decent amount of damage, I think that she really needs to do more in order to be viable. She's an assassin. She should be killing people quickly, and she doesn't really do that. Except for your squishy backline characters, but kind of once she takes out, say, the April or the Zack or whatever, if they're in there, like, she just kind of dances around. So we'll see. Not sure what they're going to do with her here. I'm not sure if they're going to make any changes to Assassin's Blades or Sharpened Senses. But her Shurikens maybe give her some more damage. Now, one thing a community member mentioned is that give her the damage scaling kind of like Zorax has, right? So as the match goes on, as time goes on, she builds stacks to her strength, something like that. That would make her be able to do bigger hits as an assassin. Something like that would be kind of cool. Add that to one of her skills. So that's Karai. Next character on the list is Tempestra, and we know she's going to get her level 150 skill. It says coming soon. Well, this skill will be released when they do the update. Pretty sure that's the only thing they're going to do to Tempestra. They may tweak her other skills. Didn't really look too much into that because we know that's what's going to happen with Tempestra. There, and I do have Tempestra unlocked at 4 stars, but because she doesn't have that skill yet, and I didn't want to invest in her just yet, but she's someone I might invest in after the new season. We'll see. Tragg is now going to be available to everyone in the public in Season 3. Just like Granitor became available in Season 2, these Tragg and Granitor were available to beta characters only at 3 stars, but now, of course, Granitor had a tier box a couple times, so there are players out there who have them in 4 and 5 stars now, and Tragg will also become available. So he's also missing his level 150 skill, so likely that'll be the change. But there may be some other changes that they do. His boulder formation, maybe give a little bit more defense or armor and barrier. I'm not sure. As a player, I haven't had a chance to use him, and even the people in beta only have him at 3 stars if they have him. So he hasn't been highly used. You don't see him in PvP, and in the PvE content, like the story mode, he's not really troublesome, from my opinion on that. With the fire support, instead of, what does it say? Up to range, right? At range 3, maybe up to range 3, giving him the ability to do some more target there. Maybe chain of command, even though it says here at level 200, after he's knocked out, he gives defense and alertness for 10 seconds to the closest ally at range 2. Well, maybe at any range just the closest ally, or within range 2 or range 3 maybe even, or maybe if any ally's knocked out, then he gives a bonus. That would be much nicer to see him be more viable as a support in that sense. So we're not sure what's going to happen there, and maybe get some more bonuses with the rocky skin and increase in armor, making him harder to kill, because he is that support tank, and maybe want to see some more of that action in there. Okay, the next character on the list, some people are frightened about what they're going to do to April O'Neil. Now, April already had like 1 or 2 debuffs. She got nerfs a couple times already at the beginning of Season 2. So some people don't want to see her get changed at all, but she is on this list, so not sure if maybe they will slightly change his ambush interview to not take away as much alertness, or maybe reduce the range or something. I'm not sure what kind of things they would do there. But her breaking news, maybe they would reduce the defense bonus, because she does give out a lot of defense, although this isn't her big defense give. Her big defense give is on What a Scoop, so maybe they'll reduce the amount of defense she gives there. Not sure what they'll do with that. But likely she's going to get the nerf on this list. She's one of those, because she's basically in almost everybody's party. I actually just took her out because she's only 3 stars, so that I could have a full squad of 4-star characters, because I did get Snow Mikey, so I'm using Snow Mikey instead of April. Not sure if it was the best move, but because Snow Mikey does have that negative defense effects, gives him self-defense and also stuns, very, very useful for my squad right now. So it's kind of fun not using April, because we've been using her basically since day dot, right? So the other thing that we would like to see done with her is an art rework. Let's make her look like April, like at least from the cartoons or something. Like this April doesn't look like any other April I've ever seen. So hopefully that's what we're gonna get. But when they say rework, it usually means to their kit. So we'll have to wait and see what they do with April here. A few more characters we still got to go over from speculation. Ray. Now I think Ray's great where he's at. Maybe slightly change his Aqua Slam, give him a little more range. I don't know why they would need to do that. I think his Wave Warrior is fine. His Stinger Swipe is fine. Maybe also add a slow instead of just a negative haste. something like that. I don't know, ride it out seems fine to me. Maybe increase his resistance to stun. That would be cool. Hang loose, he gains defense. Maybe instead of the target's lowest ally at range 3, it's like within range 3. So he could target someone next to him. Although I think that's still kind of the case. The way it reads, it's not quite clear. Maybe he'll give more defense or less defense. Depends on if they decide to nerf or buff Ray. Ray is a great tank in my opinion. Obviously not the best, but definitely not the worst. I used him for a really long time. He's a great character, so I'm not sure what kind of changes they're going to do there. Maybe give him some more damage output, not sure. But Leatherhead is also on the list for changes. I don't know what they would change to his special. I think it works really well. Maybe the stun longer, although he does get the extra 2 seconds of the stun in the negative 20 strength, so I'm not sure what they would do there. Maybe add a negative haste to the tail swipe, so not just strength and slow, but maybe also make them to where they attack slower as well. That would be kind of cool. Maybe increase his resistance to stun brute and slow instead of 40%, maybe 50%, something like that could be a change they might make to Leatherhead. Maybe give him more defense and barrier, kind of those things. We just want to see him get more hit points. He's supposed to be a tank, but he doesn't seem to survive like a tank should. So a lot of people in the community want to see him just be more durable, right? So give him some more defense, some more armor, something like that, right? Next on the list is Napoleon. Now Napoleon had a huge rework at the beginning of the season. He seemed to be a character that would be very viable because he had a lot of negative defense infliction, and I did put him as one of the best skirmishers. He just wasn't quite there. He wasn't quite making the mark. So maybe they'll increase some of his damage output because he doesn't really do a lot of damage. Maybe they increase the amount of defense he takes away. On his bully whip here, maybe they'll increase the negative alertness because -5 alertness is not really a lot. Maybe they'll make that on -10 to be able to have him be able to do more damage or something like that. And then maybe with his leapfrog ability, giving him some more time. Inflict slow for only 1 second. That's like nothing. Maybe make it 2, 3, 4 seconds. A little more time to slow the enemies. Not sure. Maybe give him a little more defense gain when he jumps away. Yeah, so those are some of the ideas of what they might want to do to Napoleon. Raphael is on the list. Now Raphael is like the turtle that's gotten the least amount of love, I feel, out of all the turtles. You know, Mikey being the stunner. People like using him. Leo with his support brawler tactic, and Donnie with his support trickster tactics. Like we've been liking those turtles, but Raph, I was using him early on as my tank until I started using Ray and Leatherhead and things like that, and evolving my team. So are we going to see some bonuses? Maybe give some more time on his for the slow and disarm on his Psy Rush. Maybe make that last longer. He's also got his the Psy Throw. Maybe we could see some more damage output, or maybe adding some negative defense on this. But overall, we just like to see some more damage output from Raphael. Yes, he's primarily a tank, but he's also a brawler, and so he should be able to do some decent damage, I think, especially because he's moving around so much. He doesn't really tank like a tank should, so giving him a little extra more damage might make him more viable and usable. And the last one is Donatello, and this is sad. Donatello happens to be my strongest character now after getting him to 4 stars. I really enjoy using Donatello. Probably going to nerf him, probably take away some of the defense he gives. Not quite sure. I would like to see if they're going to give him some buffs on his bow fat smash here. I'd like to see him also inflict negative defense, since defense is such a huge mechanic in the game. one community member mentioned it'd be nice if the AI for Donatello would focus his Omni Gadget to give the defense to his teammates as opposed to hitting the most enemies, targeting the most friendlies. That would be really interesting to see if that was the change they made, although fights might go on longer, giving out more defense like that. So I'm not sure if that's something that they want to do, and I'm not sure that would really help balance things out. So those are all the characters that we have some potential changes coming. What do you guys think are the changes that are happening? Do you agree with some of the things we've speculated about here today? What characters are you most excited to see changes for? And right, just want to try and game smarter, guys. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe to the video, and we'll see you next time.